Hey everybody, this week we're talking about Bugonia, Predator Badlands, and Christy.
And in the second half, it's all about movie comparisons, a Did We Know Sci-Fi edition, and the best and worst of October.
I am prey to none.
Hello everyone.
Hey everybody.
And welcome to another episode of the A-List Admission.
Yes, and if you're new here, I'm Ricardo.
I'm Cheyenne.
And this is the podcast where we talk casually about any new releases the week prior, just so that way you know what to go in for when you go to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go right into our personal news section, but welcome for anybody who is new that has not seen the podcast before. So the personal news section of this week, kind of an update from last time, which is a little heartbreaking for me, but I mean, obviously this is also kind of a week removed now for everyone else that has watched
No, a lot of people I know are still very upset about this.
But like for people who don't know, I mean, if you're again sports fan, you'll know.
Just say it.
Week removed from the Blue Jays losing Game 7 in the World Series, very heartbreaking. I've been kind of personally reeling from it a little bit still.
You got like hella sick the next day.
Yeah.
And then you were like wondering why you got like, you felt nauseous, you felt like queasy. And I'm like, yeah, your body was so pent up from the stress of
but like
the base.
Understandably. I think so. Just to speak in the sports world a little bit from it, like it was a brutal loss. It's hard to watch. It's hard to keep thinking about it. But there's also a lot good to take from it. Like this is the first time the Jays have made it in 30 years. This is also like very unexpected from a team that was terrible the year before, or like didn't do as well the year before. And like knowing that this team is a group of young guys that we can keep on the roster for a little while and like re-sign when we need to is really good. I hope the Jays can re-sign Bichette. If they lose Bichette, I think they lose a really big component of what made them go to the World Series.
I actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I just heard this yesterday at work that he got re-signed. But don't quote me.
He got an offer. He hasn't chosen yet if he's re-signed yet. But I mean, I hope if the Jays can re-sign him, that'd be phenomenal. I think he's such a key part of that.
Scherzer?
We don't know about Scherzer.
No. He's gonna get inducted into some Hall of Fame thing. So he's not a Hall of Fame person yet, but like whenever he retires, he'll be in. Yeah,
but it's not a guarantee. Like he's not. He has to get voted in still.
I have no idea about any of this. So.
But like for us Jays fans, really happy that Shane Bieber decided to exercise his option to be with the Jays for one more year. I think Hoffman being open to not being the closer is going to help out the Jays a lot, especially in free agency where they can sign a lot of guys. Like we need starting pitchers, we need closers, whatever arm we can get. The biggest question for me next year will be Santander, if he's going to be worthy of being that contract offer he got given. I don't know, dude. Like, there's still a lot of questions for next year. Do I think the Jays can run it back? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to take a lot to do that? Absolutely. But I think this team has shown that they can compete, and hopefully they show free agents that we are a place that can actually win the World Series. They don't have to look anywhere else. Yep, that's a lot of baseball jargon and nonsense that people do not know.
It's not nonsense for people who like baseball.
No, but I'm saying for the people who don't understand baseball or sports, it's a lot of jargon that they don't understand. But for the baseball fans out there, I'm super excited for next season, even though it was such a heartbreaking loss. There's still a lot of baseball that the Jays can play good baseball with, and knowing that we have Vlad for at least 14 years is going to be...
14 more years?
Yeah.
He's going to be old.
He's 20-something.
Oh, okay. Well, as a non-baseball fan, or like really don't care for sports, period, I hope next World Series, if they make it, better not fucking be on a holiday, man. That ruins the holiday.
It's good
because it's like Halloween. No, everyone's focused on baseball. Like that ruins it for me. So I hope they do it on like a normal day.
It won't be like that. It's
always on Halloween.
It's not always on Halloween, but it'll depend.
I've never heard of it.
It'll be depending on when Halloween is.
Yeah, exactly. So if it lands on the same thing, it'll be different.
What I'm trying to tell you though is that it'll stretch to the same length of time. It always.
No, I know that, but like every year days move a day. So
yeah, but it'll still be around Halloween.
Around, sure, but not on it.
I don't know, because this past series that happened, They played Friday. They played Friday and Saturday. So if it happens again next year, it'll be on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, the final game was on Friday.
The final game was on a Saturday.
When was Halloween?
Friday.
But they lost on Halloween.
No, they lost. They did lose on Halloween, and then they played the next day.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. Who cares?
Anyway.
Yeah. Blue Jays lost. Just the TLDR, I guess.
Yeah.
So the big thing for personal news is more about movie scheduling coming up. In all honesty, we share our studio space, so we have to work around other people's schedules. So we did 1 or 2 less movies this week to build up for next week to kind of occupy our space at the time we have it to the fullest, if that makes sense. So there'll be a couple extra movies that we're going to see early next week to film for the end of the week, because we try to film Fridays or Saturdays, depending, again, on the space. So we do try to do that. So we'll have a couple extra movies next week, but we are going to watch them earlier in the week, so that way we'll have the amount ready to go to film about them.
Yeah, and I mean, like, for example, the way that it's working right now, if we end up watching every single movie that we missed this week and the rest of the movies next week, it'll be 5 movies that we review. But it'll be tight. We might not do all 5, but
but it's also not necessarily missing them. A couple of them came out late. One of them is Die My Love.
Actually, both movies that we missed this week only for us showed up on the Friday, which kind of fucked us over a little bit.
The Friday, and also in like one location, so they're very niche movie locations and times and days and stuff like that. So we still want to see them. It just, again, timing, studio space just makes it work if we see it early next week. So, and work schedules, because we do work for a living.
So keep an eye out for people keep an eye out people for Nuremberg, and it's Die My Love, right?
As I said that earlier.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. That's the one title I keep forgetting.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that, and then also keep an eye out on our letterbox for the like up-to-date ratings for them, and then our popper flops on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for like in the moment what we thought of those movies when we see them.
There you go.
Our main goal is to try to get these reviews out as soon as possible to make it easier for people to see. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Life happens. So we just try to accommodate the best we can.
Exactly.
So we thank you for understanding. And it's still, we're still in our first year, so we're trying to get everything crammed in while also having work and lives.
And that's kind of it, right? Like, if this thing kind of made a little bit more money, it'll be easier to manage, but it doesn't right now, and that's okay. Like, we're trying to figure it out. This may be a 1-year thing even too, right? We're still deciding on how it ends up going, but
I hope it doesn't. I hope it keeps going, because we get to see a lot of fun movies.
That's up in the air still. But let's go into our movie news.
Oh, yeah.
So the first bit of movie news by Golden Era Hollywood on Instagram is Omri Katz, the guy who played Max Dennison in the first Hocus Pocus movie, is set to return to Hocus Pocus 3, which now is completely officially confirmed that it's going to happen, and it's going to bring the Sanderson story completely full circle.
Yeah, every story too.
Yeah. So I'm super excited for it, especially because after watching Hocus Pocus 2, you kind of wonder what happened to Max Dennison and what happened.
I guess so.
Yeah, because they kind of just fizzled out after the first one. So.
The second one wasn't that great, so I'm mad they shouldn't have made a third one, but whatever.
If the third one is good enough to me, it will redeem the second one.
Oh yeah, that's the goal with trilogies too, right?
But we'll see what happens to it. Hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so. Second and final, we did we did only 2 movie news, because the second one for me is a big one, but the Michael Jackson biopic is finally getting its name out. It finally has a release date. It finally has a trailer, and it looks incredible. If you didn't know, a while back I had mentioned that there was an upcoming Michael Jackson movie. Originally there was rumors that it was supposed to be released October of this year, and that nothing was in the news, whatever. So this I found literally anywhere on Instagram, but mainly from the Michael movie itself. It is simply called Michael. It comes out April 24th of 2026. And the cool thing about it is the person playing Michael Jackson is Jafar Jackson, who is the son of Jermaine Jackson, one of Michael Jackson's brothers. So it is Michael Jackson's nephew that's playing him. And just based off the trailer, he sounds incredible. He's already a singer, so that's really, really cool. And the other cool thing is the director is Antoine Fuqua. Anyway, he did the entire Equalizer series. He directed them. He directed Olympus Has Fallen, Magnificent Seven. He's directed a ton of really well-known movies and written and produced a lot of them as well. So he's going to be at the helm for this, and it's amazing that they have a date set. And I'm really, really excited. The trailer is fantastic.
Yeah, the little bits that I saw from this trailer, because I haven't seen the full trailer. I've only saw like the first like a minute or two, not even. His voice is a dead ringer, if that's his voice.
It is. From what I've heard, it is.
Like if that's Jafar's voice, man, he's a dead ringer, and it made me super excited to see it. I almost didn't want to watch the rest of the trailer because I just want to be kind of.
You don't. It doesn't spoil much, so you could watch it and not be like, oh, why did I watch it?
Yeah, but like super cool. I'm very excited for it too.
It's not that far away. It's only like 6 months away.
Yeah, Cheyenne is definitely a bigger fan of Michael Jackson out of the two of us, but I am also super excited by it. I want to see it.
Yeah, so excited. So excited. I've been waiting a while. So
cool.
Okay, so we'll get into our movie reviews. We did see 3. We did a double feature, and then we did 1. First one we saw was Bugonia.
The second one we watched was Predator Badlands.
And then we watched Christy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's get into it. So Bugonia, the director is Yorgos Lanthimos. The rating is R, and the runtime is 118 minutes. The main cast include Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Aidan Delbus, Stavros Halkias, and Alicia Silverstone. And the spoiler-free synopsis is a high-powered CEO of a major pharmaceutical company is abducted by 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men who are convinced she's an alien plotting to destroy Earth. As they interrogate her in their basement stronghold, their beliefs and her corporate facade collide in a darkly comedic, surreal standoff. The film becomes a twisted exploration of power, paranoia, and the thin line between truth and delusion. What did you think of Bugonia?
I really liked it. I mean, okay, so the first half I thought was super slow. Super slow.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I thought definitely this was going to be a movie I wasn't going to like. But about halfway onwards, it really picks up and it really delivers a weird second half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like entertaining, but what the fuck? But also it kind of still fits the whole Yorgos Lanthimos vibe. I mean, we didn't see
Poor Things. We did see The Favorite, and I did not like that movie. And only based off the trailer for Poor Things, I was like, meh, I don't care to see it. So if I didn't really like this one, which I didn't, and I didn't really like The Favorite, chances are I probably won't like Poor Things.
It's a wacky movie. Anyway, so this movie I thought was good in some ways and then bad in others. Like, I think the pacing at the beginning of the movie was so fucking slow that I almost just completely wrote off this movie. And then it switches gears quick, and then it really ramps up fast.
Because you just started like getting tired, nodding off, because it was so boring.
It really was. But then once it kicked gears and switched, I was all in.
But it took forever to get to that point.
Did it, right? So anyway, what did you think of the movie?
I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was better than I thought, but like by half a point. Like it wasn't that great. I went in thinking it was exactly what it was. So I have really nothing else to say. It was not my favorite. I'd be fine not watching it again. I mean, it was good to see Jesse and Emma do their thing because I like them. But yeah, it was. I recommend it if you like that director because it gives the vibes of the other movies that I'm aware of for him. But it is weird. The ending is very weird. I think that kind of it made it more comedic for me for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it gives me vibes of another movie, and I can't place it. But
to me, out of the 2 movies we did watch with Yorgos, I think this is my favorite out of the 2.
Oh yeah,
because the favorite to us was like really, really just bad. That being said, I think I'm gonna give this movie like a 5.5.
Oh, I was gonna give it like a 4. So
I'm only giving it a 5.5 because the ending being so weird, wacky, and kind of like really entertaining for me, bumped it from like a 5, which is like a very meh movie. Like it's not. The thing that lowers this movie a whole lot is the fact that it's so slow at the beginning. But to me, like the acting was really good. The story picked up way better in the second half. Like if we judge this movie from like the halfway mark onward, I think it's like a 7.
oh,
From halfway on.
okay,
But because of the beginning being so slow, I really knocked it down.
okay.
So I think a 5.5, maybe a 5 even. Like it's very like on the borderline of being just meh at the end of all of it.
Okay.
Yeah. You said 4, right?
Yeah, I'll stick with 4. Because out of all 3 movies, this was the worst one.
Oh, that I agree. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so the second movie we watched obviously was Predator Badlands. The director was Dan Trachtenberg. The rating was PG-13, which is kind of nuts because it's kind of on the borderline of like I guess it's not blood. Anyway, PG-13. Runtime was 107 minutes. The main cast is only 2. It's Elle Fanning, and I'm going to butcher, I think, the last part of this name for sure, but it's Demetrius Schuster Kolomantanji.
It's better than I thought, honestly, because it's hard.
The spoiler-free synopsis is, on a distant, dangerous planet in the far future, a young predator named Deck, an outcast in his own clan for being too small and unproven, finds himself thrust into a harsh world where he must prove his worth. He forms an unexpected alliance with Thea, a damaged synthetic created by the Wayland Yutani Corporation. Together, they navigate the brutal alien landscape and face a series of deadly challenges as they pursue the ultimate adversary in quest for survival, honor, and identity. Whew. What did you think about Predator Badlands?
Isn't it Yutani, not Yutani? Okay.
I don't know. It's a pronunciation of a weird word.
I loved it. I know you kind of nodded off in this movie, too. It was a rough movie week for you.
Except for the second movie. The second movie I was kind of all in for.
Yeah.
But like
which is weird. But this movie I loved. I thought it was fantastic. I was like glued to the screen watching it. I really, really enjoyed it. And you don't need to know the other Predator movies to know this or understand this movie. It's great. I loved it.
The one thing I did like about this is the way they've rebranded Predator for me. Predator being when they first did the Predator movies in the 80s, 90s, I don't like them. I think the first Predator movie was good, but after the first Predator movie, to me, they get really repetitive, rinse, repeat movies, very bleh. I do think this movie being that you learn about the Predator himself, Deck, but also that he's the protagonist in the movie is really, 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 really cool because you get to follow him. You get to see his thought process. You get to like really get enveloped by it. And then I thought Elle Fanning did a fantastic job playing 2 separate characters.
Tessa, was it?
I don't remember the other name.
Tessa and Thea, I think it's what it was.
But both, she did. I think she played the duality of both characters very, very well. And then there's some cool twists and turns in there. And then I think that you also see the heart of Deck a lot more too. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I know I did nod off a couple times, but like it honestly had nothing to do with this movie. This movie actually was really, really good. I think it was just a long day for me. That was really it.
I already like Elle Fanning because of Super 8. She's a lot younger in it, obviously, but I do quite love her in it. And I like her as an actress. I love Dakota, her sister, as an actress too. So I have no complaints on this movie. I do love Deck's hair. Like it's like this silicone, but they're like silicone looking dreadlocks, and they're just so fascinating to watch. I think the CGI is incredible.
I agree. Actually, on that note, like the CGI, this is probably the best CGI movie I've seen in a little while.
Yeah, very much so. It did a really, really good job, especially considering, and you know this in the trailer, that Thea is a half of a droid. So majority of the movie is her with just half a body. So the way they could combat that, the way the fights and everything in it and the scenery, it's very, very well done. I think I'll give this like an 8 or 8.5.
I'll join you on the 8 train for sure. This, like Cheyenne said, this movie is just phenomenal to look at, but also the story really, really reinforces the strife that Deck goes through. But it also, I think, really pushes the boundary of like, hey, if you don't know any of the old Predator movies, you can love Predator again in a new way, in a cool way, in a fantastic way. And that weird like language barrier thing, it literally gets turned off from your brain very, very quickly. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
No, I 100% agree. I think it was really, really good. I would definitely rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But we just don't have time. So it is Christy. The director is David. I'm going to say it's Michaud, or Michaud. Anyway, it's rated R, and it's 135 minutes. The main cast includes Sydney Sweeney, Ben Foster, Merritt Weaver, and Katie O'Brien. And the spoiler-free synopsis is that Christy traces the life of a trailblazing female boxer from a coal town upbringing in West Virginia who rises to prominence in the male-dominated world of professional boxing. As her public victories mount, she faces far more personal and dangerous battles behind the scenes, struggles of identity, the pressures of fame, and a destructive relationship that threatens everything she's fought for. So what did you think of Christy?
So, honestly, this is the one I was up more for. I thought it was really good. Again, similar to Bugonia, the beginning was really slow, and I wasn't really into it at the first beginning of it. The one thing me and Cheyenne ended up just naturally doing also was comparing this to Smashing Machine. But like, again, so second half of this movie really took off. It was way better. But comparing it to Smashing Machine, this was like so much more engaging.
Yeah.
So much more entertaining to watch. The fights were actually really fun to watch, and like you kind of felt it. And then on the other part of that also was that you really do care for Christy. Like, I think that this movie does a really good job at like really rooting for her as an underdog and rooting for her as like a pioneer in the sport. And like, whereas like Mark Kerr in Smashing Machine, I like did not give a shit about him.
No.
Like, no offense to him. Like, it's just I don't think that the movie did him justice. Whereas this movie does Christy very, very, very well.
Yeah, I agree. It was very, very well done. And I was not looking forward to this movie, but overall it was pretty good. The beginning was very slow to me.
It was slow for sure.
But Ben Foster, I already am a huge fan of his from Hell or High Water. So his role was really, really well done. And Sydney Sweeney did a fantastic job.
Yeah. I think this kind of also cements Sydney Sweeney being able to do kind of whatever she wants in terms of film. Like this role as Christy to me has been like the most polar opposite to a lot of the other things she's done. Like, even we talked about Immaculate in the theater, but we also knowing that she's done Anyone But You, and then
we said Immaculate.
Euphoria was the other big one that she's done.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, this is to me very far from any one of those. Like, this is very much like tomboyish, very, very much like in a very serious, dramatic realm. Not that like Immaculate and Euphoria aren't that, but like it's more, to me, this is very biopic serious is very different than like drama serious. And like, I think she did this really, really well and honored Christy very, very well. Yeah.
What would you rate it? Mine's a 7, maybe 6.5, but
I think because it's a document, like the biopic style, unfortunately biopic styles don't ever score well to me in my brain.
Really?
Except for
some musical ones
too.
But
like this one, I think I'm going to be in the same range. I think 7 fits well. Not that it's a bad movie by any means. I think the slow bit also deters me from that.
I'm just not into boxing.
Also fair. I think to me the reason why this just gets a lower rating is the slower bit definitely kicks in a big chunk of this. It really gets slow at the beginning. To the fact that we're both like, oh, maybe this is kind of not the best movie. But no, the second half really picks it up. I think to me the other part of this is just like, yeah, I think if it was a sport that I really cared more about, I'd be into it. But yeah, I think maybe that's it as well.
Yeah. So I'll stick with 6.5.
I'm going to say 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
so those are the 3 movies we did see. I would say out of the 3, I'd pick Predator Badlands.
I would also agree. Like, I know I fell asleep for it, but I completely agree.
He didn't fall asleep for the whole thing.
I probably fell asleep for maybe a cumulative like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I would say that's fair. I was not. I was like fully in on it, so I thought it was great. So second half, we have a couple things to go over.
But yeah, we're basically comparing A Quiet Place from 2018 and Predator Badlands, obviously from this year. But yeah, so we're breaking down both. They're both two survival thrillers that use silence, tension, and isolation in a very different way. But again, same thing, overlapping.
Okay, so the first comparison would be between premise and setting. So both movies isolate characters in rural or wilderness environments where nature becomes both a refuge and a threat. In A Quiet Place, it's more claustrophobic and feature-focused, but in Badlands, it's actually more of a historical, western, and expansive setting.
Absolutely, yeah. The second part is tone and genre blend. A Quiet Place is sci-fi horror blended with family drama. Quiet tension replaces the dialogue and the gore, whereas Predator Badlands sci-fi action meets western survival. It leans into the physicality, the weaponry, and the primal violence of the landscape. The comparison is that they both rely on dread and restraint. A Quiet Place uses silence as suspense. Badlands uses stillness before a burst of brutal action.
And the comparison with characters and the emotional core is that both movies emphasize human connection under extreme pressure, but A Quiet Place is intimate and domestic, while Badlands explores cross-cultural cooperation and personal resilience.
With the sound and the atmosphere comparison, silence defines A Quiet Place. The ambient wilderness defines Badlands, but both use sound design to tell their story properly.
So the next comparison will be monsters and that type of theming. But in A Quiet Place, the aliens are metaphors for the parental fear. It's a danger that punishes carelessness. But in Predator Badlands, the predator represents colonial violence and the natural order turned upside down. Humans hunted on their own frontier. So the overall comparison is that each monster kind of mirrors a human theme. A Quiet Place explores protection and loss, but Badlands explores dominance, survival, and moral lines in a violent world.
The overall feel is A Quiet Place is tight, emotional, and nerve-wracking, where Predator Badlands is brooding, physical, and mythic.
So in short, A Quiet Place is about what you'll risk for your family,
where Predator Badlands is about what you'll risk to survive and what kind of human you'll be afterwards. So that wraps up all of our comparison between A Quiet Place and Predator Badlands and what it brings them together and then what defines them separately.
Mm-hmm. They're both great movies.
And they're both really focused on the stillness and the hunting aspect of both really well. But yeah, I would say between the two of them, you'll get more of an action movie in Predator Badlands, whereas A Quiet Place is definitely more thriller.
Suspense.
Yeah. Now we'll talk about the best and worst of October. So the first movie that we watched in order, we'll do it in order, but the first movie
in order of the days we saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the first one we watched was The Smashing Machine.
Then Tron Ares.
Then Roofman.
Then Black Phone 2.
Then Good Fortune.
Shelby Oaks.
Regretting You.
After the Hunt.
And finally, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
Okay, so what was your favorite movie of October?
Favorite movie? Ooh.
Or the best for you?
I need to see this, sorry.
Just as a precursor, if we base it off of Letterboxd, it's a tie between Black Phone 2 and Regretting You for the best.
So basically a Mason Thames movie either way.
Yeah.
But my favorite is Black Phone 2.
Oh, this is very tough for me because they are tied for me. And I love a good horror movie. It was a good horror movie, but I'm going to give it to Regretting You.
Really?
Because it was I don't know, it was just very endearing and it resonated a lot. So
it was Dave Franco, wasn't it? I'm joking.
I know he is. But no, I actually thought both were equally as good, so it's really hard to pick, to be honest.
I will say this was a record that was broken by Mason Thames this year, and it was the first time since Jim Carrey did it in the 90s. Mason Thames is the first actor to have 3 movies open number 1 in the boxing office in 1 year.
In the boxing office?
Whatever, box office in 1 year.
And the third that we didn't mention is obviously How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. What was the worst movie for you?
So worst, again, if we base it off of Letterboxd, the worst is Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, and I am going to adhere to that because I agree, it was shit. How about you? Because it's hard. We rated that 1 out of 5. So again, I've said this before, but on Letterboxd, it's out of 5 stars. Our generalized ratings when we do movies is out of 10. So we just kind of convert it to a 5. But the 1 star was Springsteen. Then like 2 or 3 other movies are 2 stars. So it was not a great October movie month.
This was the lowest selling box office October.
I can see
long,
why.
long time.
What do you think, though?
So out of the movies that we rated number 2 was Good Fortune, Smashing Machine, After the Hunt, and then the 1 star was Springsteen. Oh man, I'm actually kind of really close between the Smashing Machine and Springsteen.
No, we both, no word of a lie, fell asleep for a good chunk of Springsteen. And at one point, it was just the two of us in that theater. At one point, I woke up and I was like, you know what? This movie's so relaxing because the songs are so nice.
I guess Springsteen is worse, but it's like, it's not that close. Like, realistically.
Not that close or not that far? You mean not that
far?
Sorry,
it's not that far off from each other. It's super, super close. Like, the movies that we rated number 2 are really close together. They're all kind of bad. I honestly, I'll get rated Springsteen as well, but it's like, fuck, it's like a coin flip some days.
Yeah.
Because the music to me,
I don't like Bruce Springsteen's music. So.
But it was so soothing and so calming. I mean, I don't like the traditional Springsteen music, to be quite honest with you. But like this like soulful music that was like very to the heart was really good. I just was like, it didn't fix the movie enough for me. Jeremy Allen White's was the only acting part of that.
Yeah, and then nothing against him. He was brilliant. Like, he definitely sounded and looked a lot like him, like Bruce Springsteen, so that was good. But best movie?
Then. For me, it was Black Phone 2.
And then for me, it was Regretting You. Worst movie? Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere.
But you can follow all of our reviews on Letterboxd, like Cheyenne said earlier. I'll put the photo of the QR code on screen if you want to follow along. But yeah, if you want to know what our real-time review is, we'll put it on Letterboxd, and we'll put it on as a shorts, reels, TikToks. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so we'll end off our episode with, of course, our Did We Know, which is my favorite. Not because it's the end of the episode, it's because I just really like trivia. Sorry, that sounded really weird. I meant,
no, it's all good,
yeah, because I really like trivia. So I did like a sci-fi edition. It's 5 facts about some sci-fi movies.
Good movies.
Yeah. So first one. In The Matrix, the iconic green code was made from scanned images of sushi recipes. Did we know?
I didn't know it was sushi recipes. I'll say that.
I didn't know this, but what do you mean?
I knew that it was a scan of something.
So it was the director, or not the director, I don't know, someone's wife's sushi cookbook. I read further into it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I knew it was something that the cast or like whatever just scanned into. I just couldn't remember what it was. The fact that it's sushi recipes to me is amazing.
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
I completely
This
agree.
is probably, I'm just going to disclaimer, this is probably my favorite set of Did We Know facts.
Oh. All right, so the second one is that in Interstellar, physicists actually used real scientific equations to render the black hole, and it led to a published paper. Did we know?
Yes and no.
Explain.
Well, what's your answer, though?
So I knew this.
Okay. I knew that they used scientific equations to render the black hole, but I don't think I knew they led to a paper.
So this is a really cool fact about this, that there is an actual person that's assigned to it. I don't remember the name at all. I'll put him in the episode for you guys to know. But the guy who Christopher Nolan was really close to figuring out what the black hole was going to look like actually predicted it perfectly.
Predicted what?
The black hole look. So the image that you get of a black hole now, the really cool rendered one that it looks like a half horizon look to it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It's a black picture with like an orangey look to it.
Okay.
That picture came out years after Interstellar did, and the Interstellar image is almost exactly accurate.
Wow. That's cool.
It is really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
In Alien, the chest burster scene was shot without warning the cast. So those screams you see, they're real reactions. Did we know?
No.
I knew this.
I think I knew there was real reactions, but I didn't know that it was
specifically why
without
or
warning.
That I knew.
Yeah, that's really cool though. So the fourth one is that in Back to the Future, they originally used a refrigerator instead of a DeLorean for time travel. Did we know? Sorry, I fucked up my words, but did we know?
No.
No,
Not that I can think
not
of.
At all.
Part of me thinks this is cap.
All right, we're gonna fact check this quick, and then we'll come back to you in 2 seconds.
We're back.
And it's real.
That's freaking funny. I
So-
wonder what like company. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I know what company now.
What is it? Go for it.
Probably General Electric. Because remember in the
Okay.
second
Yeah.
one, the food machine
Is General Electric.
is General Electric.
Hey, that's really cool. The fact that this fact was so off the wall that we both had to look it up proves genuinely we had no idea about this.
Like I had looked up these facts to be sure, but then I'm like, this one still was kind of like, I don't know, man.
But like we love Back to the Future, so this is a fact that the fact that we both didn't know proves how like niche this is.
Yeah, I don't know if it came out yet. I thought they were gonna do more of a behind the scenes feature thing for Back to the Future. And I have watched them in the past. Maybe I have heard this fact, but it's just gone. But either way, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And the last fact is that for Blade Runner, it takes place in the year 2019, meaning its future is already our past. Did we know?
No.
No, I didn't either. And I saw this and I'm like, holy cow.
That's kind of depressing.
That's hella depressing. There's a lot of things.
I mean, I will say, though, that the landscape of Blade Runner is not, like, the ideal landscape.
I haven't seen it.
Sorry, you haven't seen Blade Runner?
No.
That's crazy.
Like any
I haven't seen the newer one, which I should
2049
watch.
or something.
Yeah, I should watch the newer one, but the original one, like, the, like, grimy, noir, criminal-filled cityscape isn't really ideal. Like I it's just weird that it's in 2019 specifically. But I guess it's the same thing in Back to the Future where 2015 came and passed and the world doesn't look anything like that. More like that than it did in Blade Runner, but still weirdly weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our episode. Sorry that it's a little bit shorter. We kind of, I think it's not that this is the episode's shorter. We just zoomed by this
Not
one.
intentionally. We were just like, go, next. But like we said, next week we'll have a couple more extra movies. And again, we do have to work around other people. So thank you for your patience with that too.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow us on any social media, we have it all. Anywhere from Facebook to Twitter /X. Instagram, YouTube,
TikTok,
Letterboxd. I almost said LinkedIn again. Letterboxd, and then wherever you get your podcast as well, whether it's Spotify or YouTube or Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast, audibly. And then for visually or the video, it's going to be on YouTube and Spotify. All of our shorts or like short content, it's going to be on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then if you want to discuss our opinions, because these are just our opinions, write it in the comments on anywhere you get the podcast. Rate us what you want to rate us. I mean, 5 stars will be preferable, but please rate us whatever you want. Let us know what you think about the podcast, any of the movies we've talked about, any of the conversations we talked about. Let us know what your favorite sci-fi movie is. Let us know what your favorite movie in October was. You name it. We want to hear it all.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, but thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And please tell your friends and family to continue watching, because we would love to continue doing this, and we can't do that without word of mouth. So
Exactly. So thank you so much for watching, and
we'll see you at the movies.
see you there.
Bye.